Oh, hey, hi, Shashank. Hi, Aman. Just wait
Uh,
for 5 minutes for George.
Hi, Nishi.
Recording. Okay, I think Glenn and Daniel, you are joining for the first time. If you could introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Um, yeah, so I'm Glenn Johnson. I've been researching and digging into the blockchain space for about 2 years. My background is that I've been a software engineer for probably over 25 years now. And but since I've been digging into the blockchain space, I've been very aware of both the hyperledger side, being more involved in enterprise business sort of software. And then there's the more kind of DeFi kind of space, which is the chain link, alchemy, those kind of spaces. But yeah, to cut it short, so I'm now very interested in digging into Hyperledger projects, specifically Hyperledger Besu and Web3J. Well, I've had my eye on Web3 Labs for quite a while, been on the Discord lurking, but I haven't really gotten involved hands-on yet. Yeah, so anyway, I've been developing with the Java programming language commercially for, gosh, since the late 90s. So I'm quite experienced with that. But yeah, I'm still getting hands-on experience in the blockchain space, and I'm very interested in becoming a contributor for both documentation and for the code for Web3JS, because I'm not only just a software engineer, I also am a technical writer as well. That's me. Thanks.
Hey, nice to have you, Glenn.
Thank you very much. Good to have you.
Yeah. If you, Daniel, if you could also introduce yourself.
Yes, sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're audible.
Yes. The name is Daniel. I am a Java software developer and I'm a blockchain enthusiast. And I'm kind of migrating from fintech and trying to migrate to blockchain industry. And Web3J is something that looks like the natural option because of the Java library that you can connect to smart contracts. So that's why I'm interested in the Web3J community. That's me in a nutshell.
Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for joining. And I think even Chandra, you are, I think, first time joining this call, right? If you could introduce yourself.
Yes, it is my first time.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniel.
Hello. I am a newcomer actually. I have just joined Hyperledger for contribution, and so now I am in my BTech third year in computer science and engineering, and um, actually I'm here to get a guidance for the like how to process and how to go for the project or for a PR, those things. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Chandra. Nice to have you here. So I'll just share my screen. I hope it's visible, right?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So in the last meeting, we had a few agenda. So one was like we had workshop and calls. So if there any feedback for that, if you guys had like chance to attend that workshop or call, Web3J call.
I meant to listen to the last call that you, because you've just had one call before this, right?
Yeah.
I meant to listen to that. I've been catching up with your other presentations. So there's the introducing Web3J, which you did in March, I think, and
Yeah.
I'm almost finished the workshop that you did as well, but I'm still going through the workshop. So that's where I am. But I've been
So
looking a
any
lot.
feedback?
Sorry, say
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
So any feedback is welcome if you have any feedback, or if we can like have more of these workshops.
Great.
So recently, other thing was the Web3J updates. So let me just go back to today's meeting notes. So currently, Web3J was running on Gradle 7.6, and with the latest, let me just log in. So we have recently released Web3J 4.12.0, and we have upgraded the Gradle version. So if I think many of like people on the GitHub were facing these issues. So I think that issue with the Gradle and even the dependency on consensus repo, this has been solved with Web3J 4.12.0. So I think, did any of you get chance with working with Web3J before, and if you faced any of the issue?
I haven't worked much with it before yet. This is my first time.
Okay, no issues. So if you are like facing any issue with any of the version before 4.12.0, you can switch to 4.12.0. We have upgraded the Gradle version to the latest one, and even the consensus repo dependency has been removed. So I will just update the. Okay. I think the other agenda for today's call was Web3J mentorship program, and we have already did our interviews last week, and we have shortlisted I think two candidates, Shashank and Aman, and we have already like sent their names to the MIN Hyperledger Foundation program manager. And Shashank and Aman, did you get any response from them?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
No,
So
not
I
yet.
think they will, so we have already sent two names, and they will be so we have like set the priority, and they will check if there's any conflict between the project, if you have already applied in other or anything. So they will send the mail for the top candidate. So yeah, just wait for that. And if you have any, so the last agenda is the major issue by the community. If any of you have any issue right now, or if any feedback. So yeah, we are welcome to hear that.
Is now a time to bring up a quick query with regards to documentation, or should we address that later on?
Yeah, we can discuss it here.
Okay. So I realized that the documentation for Web3J, which used to be in the GitHub repository, but it's no longer there. Do you know where the documentation is stored now, or where the repository for the documentation is?
Yeah, so like recently we have like donated a project to Hyperledger, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
in
right.
the Hyperledger, yeah. So if you see under Hyperledger, you should find this Web3J docs. So I will paste
Right.
this link in the chat. So we have migrated most of our active repos from Web3 Labs. And if you see under Hyperledger, it's there's like main Web3J and the other modules. And even Web3J docs is under this.
Okay. Because your old GitHub repository is still existing, right?
Yeah, it's still existing, but most of the repos are like we have archived those
Okay.
repos. Yeah, and if we have like any thing which does not comes under Hyperledger and we are developing in on our own, then we will be like creating a new repo in under Web3 Labs.
Uh-huh.
So mostly the active ones are under the Hyperledger ownership.
Got it.
And also, hi everyone, sorry I joined a bit later. Also, like if you, in the past, you cloned your repo that was under our Web3 Labs organization under Web3J. And as the repo has been migrated to Hyperledger, automatically also our branches locally also should have been migrated under the latest repo. So like if you had worked before on the documentation and submitted different suggestions or PR, now, if you try to submit that again, you should be able to submit that directly to Hyperledger repo.
Hey, thanks, George, for joining. So me and George, we both are maintaining the Web3J project currently.
Is there a kind of formal policy towards becoming a maintainer? Because obviously one can informally do contributions, but then what sort of is the pathway to becoming a maintainer?
As this project recently has been migrated, and in this Hyperledger space, there is this maintainer role. We didn't have the time to establish this for Web3J yet. But thanks for bringing that up, and we'll make it sure that until next Web3J contributor call, we'll clarify it. Because so far, like only me and Nishal are the maintainers, as we were the team that worked at Web3 Labs in order to develop this.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And we are like very well welcome to new maintainers.
For sure.
And yeah, so you can start like creating PRs. Like one thing is we will review those PRs, and depending on the quality and like how much you are taking interest in Web3J, that surely will give you an advantage to become a maintainer.
Right. Is there a reason why you don't create issue numbers on GitHub for new features? Because I've listened to some of your previous meetings and looked at some of your previous documentation, and you say that if one has a suggestion for new features, raise it in the Discord. But you would still need to allocate a number, like a Jira number or an issue number to the pull request, right?
Yeah. So like I can take this question. So basically, like we have many issues right now which we like actively monitor under the issues. But sometimes like feature can be a part of you can raise a PR and you can discuss with us like if this can be like it will give you a priority over the other PRs. So if you like raise an like query over the Discord, you will get like I think it will be easy for us to give you attention before like checking the issues. And definitely like you can open the issue and we will review the PR, and we can have like on Discord we can discuss about the feature openly, and it will be easy for others to track also. And also we will take it to the GitHub. And George, if you want to add something.
Yeah, like as we are only two, it's a bit hard to keep track of everything that it's moving around here. So that's why like we are active on Discord, and there is where we are really focusing on, because also there we can directly answer in the chat at the same time, and it's a lot easier to interact with our contributors. But obviously after that, I mean, after we discuss it on Discord, or like after we see the PR, because we have smaller numbers of PRs, obviously, than we have issues, then we can focus better on those and give guidance.
Okay. Do you still allocate a issue number to that pull request or something like that, so you can track it?
No, usually we
No.
are going, I mean, we are giving us an explanatory name. to it, so it will
Okay.
make sense.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Also, in order to keep track of the changes, we are using the change log. And in change log for each new version, we are specifying the PR, short description, and yeah, we can track it like this.
And if you have any other questions or anyone from, I think Chandra, Daniel, and yeah, they also joined. I think this first time. If you have any questions or feedback for us.
Yeah, so I have question like how to proceed, if I'm picking one PR and doing some changes or that is said. So the thing is, what I'm facing that I need to learn more things. I mean, the existing knowledge is not sufficient. Sometimes I'm feeling. So how to progress for that?
Well, if you want to say, if you're referring to the thing, to the fact that like maybe you are not able to solve the issues at the very first time you are picking them, one way is like to check the Web3J documentation to see in details, because also in there we have snippets of code, or also you can look at the previous PRs, what were at the previous issues. Like you can go in the GitHub and search in the and insert in the search bar in the issues tab, insert the thing that you are interested in. Like let's see, like fee, for example, you are facing something related to fee, you can type in there fee and see all the previous issues that were created, and also maybe most of them have already a PR assigned, and you can get an idea about, okay, how I can contribute, what exactly is the code that I need to write, and so on.
Yeah, and adding to this, so like suppose I have just opened the first issue. So like he has given the steps to reproduce, right? So if you're interested in, let's pick this issue, and you try to reproduce it and you're able to reproduce it, you can then jump into the code and try where is this issue coming from, right? And if you get stuck, like if you are not able to understand the code base, you can like ask the questions in Discord. We will be able to like help you there. Okay, so this module or the struct and how we are generating the contract wrappers, right? It's in the code gen module. So it will give you, we can give you all the resources where you can find and fix the bug. So it will be helpful for you to learn, and also like it will be helpful for us. You can, contribute to the project.
Yeah, if I can add my 2 cents, I think I also recommend checking the Discord Hyperledger server, where you can find the Web3J channel, and you can also ask questions there. There you can find some people that can help you with the issue that you're facing.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Yeah. So the like most helpful will be, the open source community is very helpful. So you can ask anyone, and everyone will be there to help you.
One more thing I want to ask, if I want to get the task for me, do I have to ask that please assign me for the PR or something, or I can work on this and I can submit my work if they think it's good. I mean, if it's necessary, then they will talk or something. Is there any way, proper way to approach?
Yeah, so if you want yourself to assign, you can like ping us. So in this on this GitHub also, you can ping me or George. So we'll assign you this task, right? Like I just assign myself. So we can assign it to you, and you can work this issue. And once you raise the PR, just let us know. We will like review the PR and we will give you a feedback. And if there's any comments, you can resolve those and we will, yeah, get it merged.
How many days does it take for the like reply or something like that?
I think we will try to do it as soon as possible. Like you can
Okay.
expect reply in 1 to 2 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Even
Okay.
if in Discord, you will try to, whenever we are me or George, anyone is online, we'll try to reply you there.
Okay. Thanks.
Sorry, I have another question, if I may, please. I was looking at the documentation for Web3J just the other day, and I was specifically interested in what local nodes were supported. So if you're doing debugging or something, it's quite useful to run your Web3J enabled, say, Spring app against a local EVM sort of node. And I saw one of the ones that's listed as supported is one called, and I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's Icarus Local, something like that. Icarus Local. But I looked at it at its repo and it hasn't had any contributions for the last 4 years. And I was just wondering, is this Icarus Local EVM node still supported by Web3J?
It's an old name. I mean, yeah, exactly. As you were mentioning, that was given 2 years ago. But since then, the things has been changed. And in order to run your node locally, what we can recommend in order to debug is either to look to the integration tests, which and you can find that in the Web3J repository. And in there, you can see that most of them are using the Web3J unit, which are spinning up a Besu node or
Besu,
depending by.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Okay, fine. So
I mean,
And there's
that's one
also
way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you want to run a private node, so we will recommend spinning up Quorum Dev Quick Start. It is very easy, and you just need to, I think, npx install, and then you can start the node quickly, the Besu nodes.
Yeah. Okay.
But we support, even if you are using get development developer node, you can use that too. And I'm not sure if Ganesh is still in progress, still in development, but you can use Ganesh or Get, Besu, any node. So we support all EVM nodes for testing.
Ah, okay. So all EVM nodes, right? Okay. Fine.
Yeah, yeah. And the Web3J unit directly provides you the embedded EVM and even Besu and Get support. So it will run up a Docker container and run all your tests.
Okay.
Yeah, if we have any other questions or any issues if you want to bring.
So if I want to update the documentation and submit a pull request for that.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Yeah.
Okay. I suppose then I just raise an issue on GitHub as a documentation issue, and then I can send a pull request for that. Okay, fine.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Stop sharing then. Oh, yeah, I think thank you everyone for joining. And even if you have any questions, you can ping us on Discord. And for contribution, you can always pick any issue and let us know if you're working on it. And we'll try to give you resources and try to be helpful as soon as possible. Look into that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.